It's interesting there before we get back on the football, Emil, you're talking about relying on America. We've relied on America for the last 25, 30 years, haven't we?
Yeah, probably.
Someone told me the other day, I don't know how accurate it is, there's more traffic wardens now employed than there is active full-time soldiers.
Is that right?
That's what someone told me. I don't know if it's correct or not, but it wouldn't surprise
Military.
me. talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil, Ray Parler and our friends at Arnold Clark gets £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Yes, it's a Scotland loving this morning on talkSPORT Breakfast. We head straight back to the phone lines. The number 03717 223344. It's not a lot. We don't have a lot to shout about, do we? But last night was just fantastic. John's a Scotland fan. John, a very good morning.
Good morning, John.
Morning, boys. What happened last night? Oh, jeez. Listen, big man, just a couple of things. Actually, before I start... Sorry, what do you want to say, big man?
Go on. No, go on.
Right.
Crack on.
No. Listen, this is ironic, Al, because when we played Greece at Hampden, I was sat across from you in the departure lounge at Glasgow Airport, and I thought, I'm going to go and have a chat with the big man. But you didn't look like you really wanted a wee chat, so I've got my chance now.
Yes, go on.
Al, we were always going to win that last night. That national anthem, those fans. Oh, my God. Every match, they sing their heart out. But last night, you know what? I had tears in my eyes before we even started that match. Before we even started, I was greeting my wee eyes out. And the other thing is, McTominay, world-class goal. All the players interviewed last night. And the poor guy's not even in an interview, but his goal. Because we scored 3 world-class goals, eh?
Yeah. No, when you look at the goals, the quality was... McTominay, you know, if Scotland had won 1-0, we'd still be talking about it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But the the drama was incredible. And by the way, John, you know, for me, the penalty given against us, I'm like, what? I couldn't see that, me. And then, of course, they had a red card,
never
2-second yellows. That was never. So I thought we're going to, I just didn't know what to think then.
Well, I thought, like most Scotsmen, yourself probably included, we'd done it again. You know, as in we'd just blown it. I just could not believe it against 10 men as well. I don't know, mate. When they were singing that national anthem, it was just... And when they do the second verse there, and there's no music, no bagpipes, every single fan was singing their hearts out. And I remember my first World Cup, big man, 1974 unbeaten. I was only 8 years old then, and I cried my eyes out then as well. But hey, you're looking forward to it. At least we're there.
John, nice one. And next time you see me in the airport, come and say hello. Don't worry about the way I look. Just come and say hello. No problem. John, thank you.
You must have been in the bar.
No, I wasn't. I'm thinking about that. Was that an early flight or something? Nah.
You've still been in the bar. It don't matter if it's an early flight.
So, Scotland heading to the World Cup, but who could... No, I wasn't. He just said I was in the departure lounge. Who could be in the group? We'll find out the very latest. It's difficult as the pots have been released with talkSPORT reporter Nick Ellaby. Nick.
Right, you lot. Forget all that scrolling past. You always keep watching my stuff, you watch Simon's stuff, and any other channel you like all their crap stuff. Stop, subscribe, you know what to do. Stop messing about.
What you got for us?
Morning, Al. Well, if you want to talk about what kind of team Scotland might be able to beat next summer...
No, I want to know the pots.
Well, so there are you got 48 teams next summer, right, in the USA, Canada and Mexico, an expanded World Cup. So what they've got is 4 pots of 12 teams. We've still got a few playoffs to go. There's the European playoffs and the Intercontinental playoffs. Get to that in a minute. Pot 4... In terms of those teams Scotland were looking to get a win against, Qatar, Uzbekistan at their first World Cup. A couple of teams from the Intercontinental playoffs, could be Congo and Iraq. Saudi Arabia are in pot 4 as well. South Africa, Jordan, Cape Verde at their first World Cup. Curacao at their first World Cup as well. Ghana, Haiti, who haven't been at a World Cup since, was it 74, I think? Oh. And New Zealand as well. Scotland are going into pot 3. So they'll be alongside Ecuador.
Well, New Zealand, I played against New Zealand, and they were fit, strong. They didn't have the class, but they still managed to get 2 goals against us, which cost us in the end. 5-2, we beat them.
Listen,
we lost out and got. And then when you talk about teams, you think, we'll beat them. Cuba, remember that? Cubilas, Peru. Was it not? No,
Cubilas is a Peru.
Peru beat us, and there was another one as well. Who else? Was it Costa Rica? Someone else beat us. very unexpected. So,
Yes, I'm shocked, yeah.
Well, England couldn't beat Costa Rica and Brazil. In pot 3, alongside Scotland, Ecuador, Australia, Norway, Panama, Egypt, Algeria, Paraguay, Tunisia, Ivory Coast, and a couple of the European playoff sides, maybe Poland, maybe Turkey.
They're no mugs.
Scotland are going to avoid those teams.
Italy are in the playoffs as well.
They're in pot 3. And then in terms of those top 2 pots, pot 2, Croatia, Morocco, a couple of the European sides.
Well, they're 2 good sides.
Uruguay, Switzerland, South Korea, Iraq, and then in pot 1, Canada, Mexico, USA, the hosts, Argentina and Brazil, the best qualifiers from South America, and a lot of Europeans, Spain, Netherlands, Portugal, England, Belgium, Germany and France, all in pot 1. So, you could have a group with, for example, England, Scotland, and Australia. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? But that draw is going to be on December the 5th.
December the 5th.
Not long.
And
just talk to me about Italy. Are Italy in the playoffs?
Italy are in the
Because
playoffs.
they've had shockers of late, haven't they, qualifying?
Well, their manager Gattuso has been complaining about this because he thinks there should be more places for European sides. He was saying it's actually harder to get into, the World Cup than the Euros. He thinks there should be more places for European teams. I mean, Italy had a bit of a nightmare.
Because the standard of football.
Lost twice to a really good Norway side. Italy a bit workmanlike at the moment, not that great under Gattuso. They're going to have to go through these European playoffs where you've got 4 pots of teams, so 16 teams, all playing a one-legged semi and then a final for 4 more places at the World Cup. The draw for that will be on Thursday, and then those 2 games at the March international break.
There was Peru and someone else beat us. Really a big shock. Oh, come to me. God, right, Nick, thank you.
Cheers.
Okay, coming up 7:41 now. There was huge celebrations for Curacao last night, who held on for a draw with Jamaica to earn the place in the World Cup. Now, that is a hell of a result, by the way.
Yeah. Do you know the population now? I just had a look.
Oh.
What are you guessing?
Curacao?
This was a couple of years ago, the population. I ain't got it up to date.
Is it an island?
Yes.
I'd say 400,000.
155,000.
Unbelievable. Incredible. There you go. That's why Steve McLaren has left Jamaica.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry. It means they're now officially the smallest ever nation to have qualified for a World Cup. Jamaica, on the other hand, manager Steve McLaren has gone from, I like Steve, Wally with a Brawley, to Berk the Jerk. Oh, come on, give us a break.
That's a bit strong, that.
As in jerk chicken, that is out of order, Ollie. Berk the Jerk. The news has just broke this morning that Steve has officially left his position as manager, but he can still qualify through the playoffs. So let's try and understand where it all went wrong. Let's speak to former Jamaican defender Frank Sinclair. Frank, a very, very good morning.
How you doing, Frank?
Morning, Alan. Morning, Ray. How are we?
Frank, that's a big surprise, by the way. Listen, I'm undervaluing Curacao, how well they've done, but Jamaica surely should be beating them.
Yeah, it's really disappointing when you think about the fact that the 3 main rivals of Jamaica for qualifying for a World Cup are hosting this World Cup in Canada, USA, and Mexico. It was a clear pathway for Jamaica for the first time since obviously 1998 to qualify for a World Cup, and we've absolutely blown it. I watched the game until half-time last night, and I decided to turn it off because I was watching a team. Honestly, I was watching a team that looked like they were playing for a draw when it was a game that we needed to win. Yeah. And I couldn't see a scoring. And I was really disappointed that actually, the tactics that was used in the game, sitting back and trying to play a tactical game when all we needed to do was really go for the win.
So we're saying Curacao deserved it, Frank, to qualify.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you've just touched on the nation, and first and foremost, I want to congratulate Dean Gorey, the Curacao head coach. Is someone who plied his trade in England as a footballer, great guy, and he's done it with the minimum tools that you can have to qualify for a World Cup. So congratulations to them. But Jamaica should have won that group and not finished, second. To finish second in Group B, it's been a disastrous campaign.
Frank, obviously they've still got a chance to qualify in the playoffs, but who do you think will take the job now? Because Steve McLaren's resigned, which I'm sure he's been pushed out as well. Don't know about that, but it's a situation where who will take over now? Would you imagine? And who is the main players now at Jamaica?
Well, obviously, there's always been a mixture of English-based players.
Yeah.
So, the likes of your Antonios and your Pinnocks and Gray and people like Reed who have come and joined the home-based players. We had that when we qualified for the World Cup in '98 and went to that campaign in France. And it's been the same. But obviously, with Antonio and Bailey being injured, they've been missed for quite a few games in the qualifying parts, and they're big players, for the national team. So to answer who's going to take over, I think they'll probably go with someone local, a respected coach that can maybe pick up the pieces, because I think the biggest thing that Steve McLaren had was you need to understand the culture and you need to understand, the characteristics of your players to coach them. And I don't think he had the time to do that, to take over this campaign where he took over from, to give us a chance.
Frank, I've got to ask you about Chelsea at the moment, third in the league. How do you see the season going so far?
Yeah, really well. A really young team that we obviously know about. I said, 18 months ago that if we were patient with these players, they'll learn the game and they'll learn the Premier League. And I can see that happening. I think we've brought some great players in this season, really attacking football. And, for the last couple of seasons before this season, I've been pretty bored watching Chelsea. It's not got me off my seat. But this season, it's been fantastic, and rightly so. They're campaigning at the right end of the league, and hopefully, we can get a qualifying place in the Champions League.
Just this weekend, we're back with the Premier, Frank. In terms of Chelsea, they got to roll the sleeves up. They go to Burnley, which is not easy, but those are the type of games, if they're going to push, the likes of City and Arsenal have got a few injuries now. Who knows, but this is the type of game that they should be not thinking about a draw. It's got to be 3 points.
Yeah, absolutely. If Chelsea want to win the league, they have to go to the likes of Burnley. And I work at Burnley. I'm a coach at Burnley, so, in the academy. But, it's these are the games that, Burnley won't be looking at as the games that they must win to try and stay in the league, But obviously, it's a home game, so they'll try and get something out of it. But, if you're Chelsea, you're looking at it and you're thinking, we need to go there and get the points.
Frank, great to talk, mate.
Cheers, Frank.
Talk again soon, I hope. Thank you very much. So, Frank Sinclair, the big headlines there. So, Jamaica must go through the playoffs now. Steve McLaren, the manager, has left his role as manager after missing out an automatic World Cup qualification.
There we go. Well, we see the celebrations on TV.
By the way, he's dead right, Frank. They should have qualified.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Doing what matters for the trade. Find your local branch at travisperkins.co.uk.
Can't imagine the bars last night.
What, in Curacao?
No, it's not. Forget the last orders. They must have been brilliant.
They would have run out.
And by the way, that's a fantastic lift for the businesses in Scotland come the World Cup.
Yeah.
Come this summer, they will be jam-packed. Yeah. So well done. Scotland are going to the World Cup. Former Scotland defender Charlie Mulgrew will be with us at 9 to explain the magnitude of the achievement by Steve Clarke's side. And Charlie Adam will be with us at 8 o'clock. Stay tuned all morning right here on talkSPORT. Ray Parlour and me, Brazil. That was a look ahead, all thanks to the brilliant Travis Perkins.